Welcome to the TransformationCoach.me podcast. I'm your host, Adam Shively, and I'm on a 1 million pound mission. I've personally lost over 100 pounds, and I've applied what I've learned from my own transformation journey to help my hometown clients lose over 35,000 pounds in just 5 years. Now, I'm on a mission to produce over 1 million pounds of results by delivering weekly tips, motivation, and my best transformation strategies to my podcast listeners, blog readers, and everybody I interact with through social media and my online coaching programs. The perfect time to start your transformation is now. So let's do this. All right, my friends, welcome to another episode of the podcast. I am psyched to have you. It's your buddy, Adam Shively. How's it going out there in podcast land? I have a topic today. We've actually talked about this topic before on the podcast, but I know that not everybody out there has gone back and listened to every single episode, and I feel like this topic is so important that it needs to be covered every once in a while. I've been talking with a group of clients here, some of my local clients, and we discussed the topic of finding balance. Balance is so important to the transformation process because so many people quit on their program, their diet, their exercise regimen because they say the phrase, I can't maintain this. So today I'm going to give you some clarity. I'm going to show you a 3-phase process that you need to go through to find that balance between your health and your lifestyle. And I'm going to get you to a point where you feel like you are satisfied with your lifestyle. You don't feel deprived, but you also feel very proud of your health and your fitness and where that's all going all at the same time. But it takes hard work, it takes planning, it takes consistency, and the first step is just understanding the process. And that's what we're going to go through today. So, like I said, this is a 3-phase process, and we're looking at balancing out your lifestyle and your health. So by lifestyle, I just mean what you're doing with your time, working, what you're doing, what you're fueling your body with, how you're exercising or not exercising, how you're taking care of family situations, just basically how you're spending your time in general. With your health, we're looking at health stats, your weight, your blood pressure, all the stuff that your doctors would be worried about or your personal trainer or whatever you're working towards as health and fitness goals. So phase 1 of this 3-phase balancing act is a negative momentum phase. This is where your lifestyle outweighs your health. You're focused more on what's going on in your job, your career. You hear the phrase a lot of times where people say that they spend their early years sacrificing their health so that they can build their wealth. And then later on, they sacrifice their wealth to regain their health. And that's what I'm talking about here. So if we were to draw this on a piece of paper, I would have you draw the word lifestyle in all capitals and then right next to it the word health in all lowercase letters. So the focus in phase 1 is more lifestyle than health. And this is what I call a negative momentum phase. This is usually where people aren't sleeping enough. They aren't fueling their body correctly. They're more stressed out than they need to be. And the results are just going in the wrong direction. We're gaining weight and we're losing positive health momentum. So that is what phase 1 looks like. And I know a lot of you are there. You're right there. Like, yep, I'm a card-carrying phase 1 member currently, and so how do I fix that? So phase 2 is what I call a momentum-shifting event. It's a phase, but really it's an event. So with that, it's a total flip-flop of the balance. This time, if we were going to write this on a piece of paper, we could write the word health in all capitals, and then right next to it the word lifestyle in all lowercase letters. So the balance has shifted in the complete opposite direction as it was in phase 1. All right, the focus is on health. So you participate in something. So there's a momentum shifting event. Maybe it's a program, you do Whole30, or you do a boot camp, or you do one of my online courses, or whatever. But it's a momentum shifting event. You go from negative momentum, where your focus isn't where it needs to be as far as your health goes, into a total shift to the other side where it's unbalanced still on the other side of the equation towards health. All right, now, phase 3 is what I call the healthy lifestyle balance phase. That's where things are evened out. Right? And that's the goal. That's where we want to get to, right? And this is a gradual rebalancing process. So once you go through phase 2, and I'll dive deeper into this, don't worry. But once you go through phase 2, there's a gradual rebalancing process to find that happy medium, to find that space of equilibrium where you're very satisfied with the balance. You enjoy the process. You have a set game plan and a rhythm that you enjoy with all of your daily processes, your health, your workouts, your nutrition, all that stuff. And you also don't feel deprived. You feel like you can go out and be social. You can eat from cheat meals every once in a while or whatever, but you have a process and a rhythm that you're very happy with, you're comfortable with, and the results are still going in the right direction. That's where we want to be. I believe everybody deserves to get there, but you have to earn it. And that's where people screw this up. They feel like they should just get there all of a sudden. So many times people do an 8-week program. I do 4 and 8-week programs, but those are just building blocks towards the bigger picture. And people think, after this 4-week program, I should have everything figured out and I'm good to go, right? Wrong. This is going to take a lot of time. We have to reconfigure and rewire all those bad habits that you've developed over the last several years or your entire life, maybe. And it takes some time. It takes consistency. It takes some effort. And that's why people give up on this. People make 2 critical mistakes. And I want to dive into those a little bit more just because I feel like a lot of you get tripped up by these. I see this a lot with my clients that I work with. So the first critical mistake that people make, and as they go through this process, even a bonus critical mistake is they don't realize that it's a process. All right, so now you have the advantage because you know, all right, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. This is how it works. This is a process, so I understand that now, so I have an advantage. So the first, bonus mistake would be not understanding that there's a process here. The next thing would be that people freak out in phase 2. And like I said, they say the phrase, I can't maintain this, and then they quit, and then they slip into what I call the black hole of fitness doom. I've talked about that before. I talk about it all the time. But that's basically the cycle where you try something new, you get initial results, some sort of life event happens that causes stress, you crash and burn and go right back where you started. Round and round you go, never getting results, wasting time, effort, money, energy, hope, willpower, and it sucks. And I don't want you guys to be there, all right? So in phase 2, people freak out and say, I can't maintain this. Because remember, this is the phase where you're more focused on your health and your lifestyle. You're making lifestyle sacrifices, which means you may not see your family and friends as much for a while. You may not be as social as you normally were. You're having to get outside of your comfort zone. You have to spend extra time planning and shopping and food prepping and learning all of this stuff. All right? But the key mistake that people are making is they think that this is how it always has to be, and it doesn't. This is just phase 2 of 3. We want to get you to phase 3, but you have to go through phase 2. You have to rebalance the equation. It's been out of balance for probably a long time with your lifestyle outweighing your health, phase 1. So in phase 2, we have to completely rebalance that and spend some time and some focused energy and effort to fix that and rebalance that. And you're going to be out of whack, out of balance in the other direction. But you can't freak out and be like, I can't maintain this. I can't think this hard about my food prep and, not be social and not, hang out with the people I normally hang out with, or I'm not seeing my family as much. I can't work out 6 hours a week for the rest of my life. I say, exactly. I don't expect that either. But we need to do this for now. We need to do this for now because of all the years you spent going in the opposite direction. We are rebalancing. Then we get to phase 3 and we start to find that happy medium. We start to sort things back out where we don't have to work out. We don't have to put in those 6 hours a week of working out. Or I don't recommend 6 hours. That's just an example of a number that might be out there. But we can start to kind of shim back some of the workout time, add in more social time. You're more prepared and equipped to handle social situations because you know how to go out and eat healthy and enjoy the experience, or use my cheat bank strategy where you can take cheat meals. But you have to learn all those things first in phase 2. So don't freak out, my friends. Don't freak out. That isn't forever. So don't give yourself that week out, that excuse of, I can't handle this. This is, I can't maintain this. And that's just a really cheap way for people to project all of their BS that they're telling themselves onto their trainer, onto the program. This isn't sustainable. I can't maintain this. You hear that a lot. All right. And people don't realizing they're taking kind of that weak cop-out excuse, but now you do. So don't do it anymore, my friends. Don't do it. You are better than that, so don't do it. All right. Mistake number 2, or I guess we're on mistake number 3 because I added a bonus one in there, threw off my notes. No edits as usual. Mistake 2.B, we'll call it that, is people think that they can phase hop. And what I mean by that is they think they can go from phase 1 to phase 3. So phase 1, here's a good example. Let's say that you've done a program, you've lost some weight. And let's say you've lost 30 pounds, but you've regained 10 pounds. So technically you could talk yourself into thinking, oh, I'm still in phase 3 because I'm still up 20. I'm still to the good 20 pounds. I've still lost a net 20 pounds. But no, if you are currently gaining weight, you're in phase 1. All right. So if you've lost 30 pounds, you've regained 10, that means you're in phase 1, negative momentum. You are gaining weight. The critical mistake is people think that they can just shift their mindset and go, oh, now I'm back in phase 3 because my mindset has shifted and I'm back on it. I'm back on the wagon. and you can't do that. You need to go through phase 2 again. You have to do a momentum shifting event. So you have to commit to doing something that is outside of your comfort zone, outside of the regimen that you are in with phase 1. So something happened. So with your 30-pound weight loss in this example, something happened that shifted things and you started regaining weight. All right, you probably quit following your diet and nutrition program. So a phase 2 momentum shift would be plug back into that program and do something, get committed, get accountable to that. So you can't just be like, I'm back on the wagon, I'm doing the thing. Get committed. You have to be accountable to something. So you grab a friend and say, hey, I need to do this. I want you to do this with me. I need to get my momentum shifted for the next month. Let's commit to sending each other a daily report on what we're eating so that we're accountable. Or we meet every other day for a workout at lunch or whatever. But you have to participate in a thing that is different than what you have been doing that has created negative momentum. I hope you guys are understanding this. This is super important. All right, you cannot jump phase 1 to phase 3. You got to go back into phase 2 and then back into phase 3. It's just impossible. I've worked with over 1,000 people. It's probably thousands of people by now, and it's just not possible. There is a set process. All right, and success leaves clues, but so do the failures. So do the people that get stuck in the black hole of fitness doom. You know, that's probably my greatest teacher, is seeing these people that don't understand these concepts just going right back into the black hole. Boom, right back into it and just feeling sorry for themselves, regaining weight. And we understand that life happens. And I'm not telling you guys to be like, you know, I'm not trying to be mean about this, as always. I'm just trying to be direct with you. I'm trying to give you what you need. It's kind of, sometimes it's like dumping a bucket of cold water on your head and saying, wake the hell up. Stop doing the things that are screwing you up and just be aware. Be aware of what's causing the problems. Don't project. Don't blame the program and say, I can't maintain this. This isn't doable forever. This isn't a lifestyle for me. And start thinking, all right, what phase am I in? Adam just taught me this concept. What phase am I in right now? That's your homework for today. What phase are you in? Is it negative momentum? Are you are you gaining weight, regaining weight? Is your attitude kind of poor about fitness and health? If this whole talk kind of made you angry, if you're kind of projecting some of that onto me, you're probably in phase 1. All right? Because people in phase 1 don't always like to hear what they need to hear. All right? So just try to step outside of that a little bit and think, objectively about this and try to take it a little bit of a different perspective. All right, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Phase 1, again, negative momentum. Your lifestyle is way out of whack compared to your health. The lifestyle focus is there. The health focus is not. Phase 2, momentum shifting event. You plug into something and you reverse the trend. This is an awesome thing. But then in phase 3, we find the balance and we just maintain our momentum. Now, phase 2, that transition from phase 2 to phase 3, like you need to plan on 6 months. This isn't like a one-day thing like, oh, I'm in phase 2 today. I did a thing. And now phase 3, I'm balanced. I'm magical. I'm like a fitness unicorn. So that just doesn't happen. So plan on putting in your time. So once you feel like you plug into a thing, you reverse the trend, you reverse that momentum, I want you to set a 6-month reminder system in your phone or whatever. Like, I need to plan on sticking to my guns for at least this 6-month time to rebalance, and then start working on getting that nice balanced out rhythm. And it'll just kind of happen. All of a sudden you realize, you know what? I don't have to focus so hard on all this planning and prepping because it happens naturally. It's called a habit. I've developed a healthy habit. High five yourself. All right, so those sorts of things, those sorts of things, easy for me to say, those sorts of things just start to happen. All right, they just start to happen. Then all of a sudden, you've got your momentum, you've got your rhythm, and hey, I kind of like this. You're feeling good about yourself, and you're like, dude, I kind of have this thing. I've got it figured out. I feel good. I've got goals. I'm healthy, but I can go out with my friends. You know, sometimes I'll eat a salad and some chicken. Sometimes I'll have a beer. It's all good because I've got a game plan around all this stuff, and it's easy for me to follow now. Those are the sorts of mental conversations you start to have when you find that balance. But again, my friends, it's going to take work. It might be the hardest thing you ever do, but it's so worth getting there. You know, I've lost over 100 pounds. I've kept it off for years now. I think we're going on like 7 years. And just knowing that going back is not an option. Like, it just isn't. It would just take so much serious effort for me to totally reverse the trend and gain all that weight back. Like, it's just not even possible. And just knowing that, you know, at this point, I don't have to think about my health and fitness. It just happens. It's a part of my routine. It's a part of my rhythm. And I found it, and I enjoy it, and it's fun. I can go out and be social. I can go take my kids out to birthday parties, and I don't worry about having cake and all that stuff all the time. It's just my natural rhythm. And it's an awesome place to be, and I want you guys to get there too. So, again, the homework for today, I want you to think about where you're at. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. If you're in Phase 1, what type of an event can you plug into to get to Phase 2? You need a momentum-shifting event. Do you need to do a boot camp, hire a personal trainer, get on a nutrition program? You know, if you don't know what to do, go to my website. I got free stuff. I got paid stuff. Plug into something. Do something. Go on my Instagram page. Go on my Facebook page. I got challenges, free stuff. Plug in. All right? I don't care. Just shift that momentum. So if you're in Phase 2, if you're in a momentum-shifting event right now, you need to start thinking, all right, right now the focus is on my health. It's a little bit of a sacrifice of my lifestyle, but it's not forever. So don't freak out. Then if you're in Phase 3, that's where the rebalancing happens. And give it some time. Be patient. Be patient, and you'll find your rhythm. Think about what are the successful things, those processes and habits that you want to nurture, that you want to ingrain as an automated process so it just happens naturally. For those of you that work with me, you know my battle plan workbook is one of those things. We plug people into that. It is like my transformation Bible. I make people plug into that every day, every week, every month, every 28 days, starts a new cycle, and you know it's my number one tool. Speaking of that, I'm going to put a link to that. I'm going to give it to you for free. It's going to be in the blog. Just go to the website, www.transformationcoach.me/blog. Look for episode 54, and I'll put a free link to the Battle Plan Workbook. Download it and start using it. That will help you get to level 3, phase 3 on this. And I'll also put a video of me drawing all this out on a whiteboard. I call it the Momentum Slingshot, going from phase 1 to phase 2 to phase 3. Watch that. It's 5 minutes long. Check it out. It'll help you understand this concept even better. All right, my friends. I think that's it for this week. I appreciate the feedback. If you can drop me a review on iTunes, it helps so much. I read them all. I appreciate them all. Even if it's, constructive criticism. If you you don't talk about this or that enough, or you were mean, you shouldn't be that mean, or whatever. Or you should edit your podcast and take all the dumb stuff out. If we did that, there may be nothing left. So let me know what you think about the old podcast on iTunes or SoundCloud. Drop a review in the old box, and I appreciate that. Otherwise, I want you guys just to get out there and own it. Every meal, every workout, every day. I will see you on the next episode. So before I let you guys go, I've got something new to tell you about. I've been getting a ton of messages from you guys asking me about getting started. What's the best way to get started? What should I do? How should I start using that amazing results formula that you talk about? So I've gone to work and I've created my new Transformation Foundation course. This is the perfect way, in my opinion, to launch a transformation. And you know what? It might be an even better fit for somebody if you are someone that has lost and then regained weight and you just need a fresh start. You need a home base. You need to lay that transformation foundation and build momentum. So with the course, you're going to get a 14-day program to kickstart your transformation momentum. You're going to get my Meltdown Classic Level 1 nutrition plan, which that's the base program that I use with my local clients that produced over 35,000 pounds of results so far. We've got online follow-along workouts that are perfect for anyone that is launching the transformation. I've got weekly 30-minute challenges to get you out of your comfort zone. I've got a system to help you make sure that you know how to set up a 28-day game plan. So you know how to put the pieces together with your nutrition, your fitness, your cheat bank, your recovery. It's all going to get mapped out and you're going to know how to do it. And you're going to gain some serious momentum by learning how to apply that amazing results formula. The best part is, as a loyal podcast listener, you're going to get 50% off. Just enter the promo code Foundation, all caps in the checkout, and you're going to save 50%. That brings the price down to just $25, and you're going to get your Transformation Foundation. To get more info on this awesome new option, just head on over to the website, transformationcoach.me. I'll see you inside the course.